This is fair use, fair use. I do not get paid or benefit from none of these videos. According to the Act 1976 Act, this is only for educational purposes only. So, thank you.
Tests for emergency conscription affecting all 18-year-olds as the country braces for World War III. Berlin plans to ramp up its number of reserves by training thousands of young men every year as the looming threat of all-out war with Russia hangs over Europe. The German armed forces, called the Bundeswehr, need to recruit another 80,000 professional troops to hit NATO's target strength of 260,000. The country has stopped short of reintroducing mandatory conscription, but hopes boosting numbers will give potential recruits more insight into military life. Germany's reserve can currently draw from around 34,000 active members, but it now faces a dramatic overhaul as military planners estimate the number will ultimately have to rise to 200,000 amid soaring tensions with Russia. The key NATO player hopes that calling up all young men after turning 18 for a Bundeswehr inspection will help ease recruitment problems and familiarize teens with the army. It comes as relations between Vladimir Putin and the West continue to sour, with the Russian tyrant ramping up his invasion of Ukraine and disrupting Europe with a combination of hybrid warfare tactics. Germany has previously revealed plans for war with Russia, with provisions ranging all the way from national service to bin collection. And now, as NATO states prepare for conflict in Europe with extensive war drills, speculation continues to mount that full-scale conscription could become a reality. In the UK, former defence chiefs have warned Britain is in no position to fight a war and that the government must consider conscription. Ex-NATO officers have told The Sun that the UK must wake up to the looming Russian threat and recruit thousands more soldiers and reserve.
I want to explain what's going on and why more people are talking about this now, after the federal government has finally reopened. What in the world is going on? Well, I'm going to break that down in just a moment, but if you are a little bit concerned about all the possible issues around the world and the possibility of the United States jumping into another, well, let's just say war, well, go ahead, hit that like button, because again, this is where we're at. Look at this right here. It says Putin ally issues nuclear warning to U.S. Says Russia will respond. Okay. Now, why is Russia going to respond? What in the world is happening? Well, let me just explain it like this. The United States is going to possibly test nuclear weapons. It says right here, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov warned on Thursday that Russia will respond in kind if the United States begins testing nuclear weapons. Now, we knew this was coming when Russia was testing nuclear-capable missiles. Okay? Not nuclear weapons, nuclear-capable missiles. This was about a month ago. Well, President Trump said, you know what? The United States is going to do the same thing. Well, then it became a whole issue. Well, where are we going to test nuclear weapons? Well, it was likely going to be a little bit north of Las Vegas, Nevada. And after we talked about that and released some of that information, many people were saying that no, we are not going to do any of that above ground in the United States. So we'll see. But as all this stuff's playing out, as the United States and Russia continue to go back and forth, well, Russia continues to pound Ukraine. It says Russia pounds Ukraine with drones and missiles, killing 8 and hitting energy sites. Russia hit Kyiv just the other day, and this was massive. Okay? Let me read this to you. It says Russia launched a heavy drone and missile attack on Ukraine early on Friday, killing 6 people in Kyiv and 2 more in the south in strikes on energy facilities. What many are worried about is that Russia is going to attack key energy facilities, and we are going to see Ukraine go without electricity during the coldest months of the year. That right there is going to kill many more. But look at this. Okay? Again, this is where it starts. It says World War III fears spark emergency conscription for all 18-year-olds in Germany. Okay. It says if the voluntary enlistment...
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praise to my power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that rule well and teaches this truth. And shalom to the whole last corner four corners in the earth. To you, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Nakar. Come out with another edifying lesson, Lord willing. And as you can see, you can check out this guy's videos. He does, decent and good reports and keeping up, with a lot of current events is going on. Snyder reports. Check this guy out. And he's basically going to go into the first video that I showed you. But as you can see, this has been happening for a while. And I'll pull up my channel here because I've been showing y'all. Let's go all the way down. Because I did a similar video, Nuclear Talk, and News and Short Articles. Check that video out. It gives you a lot of information and how Russia's heading towards their new, what I'm trying to say, their new game plan. And also they're having joint practices with, with China. Let me find that for you. Because it's always good to keep up with these here we go. Arise, ye let us come against her. So joint drills with China and Russia. You see what I'm saying? World War III and prophecy. So Lord willing, check those videos out and to be edifying. But it's always good to stay updated on what's going on in prophecy's sake. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. Let's go to Isaiah 62. No matter how, annoying it may sound over and over again, oh, it's World War III, World War III. Yeah, but it's getting closer. Now they're doing the draft. So this is Isaiah 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night, yet they make mention of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Keep not silent. So yeah, we need to always watch what these countries doing, And I would type in, I typed this in. I said the U.S. military standard for draft, It said there is no draft in the U.S., but male citizens and immigrants against ages 18 and 25 must register for the selective service system. If a draft is authorized, eligible restraints will be called for physical, mental, and moral fitness evaluations before being potentially inducted, deferred, and granted exemption. For pronouncing those words wrong. Trying to look it too fast. Who must register? All male U.S. citizens and male immigrants, including refugees and asylum seekers living in the United States who are between the ages 18 and 25. Why register? It is a federal law. Failing to register can result to penalties, including ineligibility for federal job, student aid, and potential citizenship. So I type that in just to see, what's going on with America, because you already know that there's been talks about the draft a lot. And a lot of articles. They ain't really talking about nothing recently. And the guy in the second video, it's always good to get a good perspective of a person who's not in truth, because we know why it's going to happen and why it's going to come, but they don't. They're just thinking, oh, the nation is mad at each other and they're fighting over power, but we know why it's going to happen. But let me show you what's going to happen. Let's go to Joel chapter 3. I'm going to get verse 2. Probably skip down a little bit. Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations. I'm going to highlight it for you. I know it's kind of. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, a part of my land. Now I want to skip down to 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, and let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks to spears, let the weak say I'm strong. And that's basically all these nations who's basically using all their money and resources for their military. And that's what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to keep going. Assemble yourself and come, all ye hearken, all you heathen, gather yourself together round about thither, because that mighty wants to come down. O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, let the heathen be wakened and come to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. That word Jehoshaphat, let's get that word for Jehoshaphat. And Jehoshaphat, it means Yahweh has judged. Yahweh's judgment. No, Jehoshaphat. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it's going to really happen, because basically what they did to the nation of Israel. You see what I'm saying? Now let's get Isaiah 34 and verse 1. And they say, the Most High wrath against nations. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all the things that come forth. For the indignation, that means righteous anger, anger. Let's go to it. For the indignation, wrath, anger of the Most High Yahweh, of men. Strong definition, form, indignation, sore wrath. So his anger, for the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. And their slain also should be cast out, and their stink should come up out the carcass of the mountain, should be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven should be dissolved, and the heavens should be rolled together as a scroll. And what's that talking about? The nuclear warhead cloud. You see what I'm saying? And all the hosts shall fall down as the leaf fall off from the fig tree, and the fall of the fig tree, and also falling the fig from the fig tree. You see what I'm saying? So that's what is going to happen. You keep going down, it's talking about Adumia, which is the Edomites, which we should just keep going down. For my soul should be bathed in heaven. Behold, it should come down on Adumia, which is another word for Edom, the Edomites, and upon the people of my curse, judgment, because they are the people of the curse, because they are the wicked. The sword of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and the blood of lambs and kidneys, and the fat of kidneys of the rams for the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, has sacrificed in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Adumia. And Basra was the capital city of Edom. They mount, I believe, in a city. It's the capital city. So Basra is like Great Babylon, technically. And the unicorn should come down, and the bullocks and bulls in their land should be soaked with blood, and the dust made fat with fatness. And all the blood shed in the fat kidneys represents the people, because it's gonna be a great slaughter in this war in that day. For it is the day of the Lord's Yahweh Bashem shall vengeance in the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. So it's gonna be for our sakes, for the revengeance. For all the nations Salakia. For all the nations have did to us. You see what I'm saying? So that's why World War III going to happen about Jehoshaphat, for them putting us in captivity and how they've been treating us and his chosen people. Now, I want to go to, I believe it's Proverbs 21. Let me see, 21 and 1. All right, because I tell you, because Heavenly Father, he controls this story, and he controls all the leaders' hearts. You see what I'm saying? Because most people talking about, well, we gonna fight. You gonna say they're gonna fight? No, we gonna fight now. World War III is gonna pop off, because that's part of prophecy. It's already written inside the book. Let's get Proverbs 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. So he is no free will, so he controls every man's thoughts and actions. All right? He could put the spirit on Russia and all them countries, which he is going to do to come against Babylon. But man, we just focus, on this. Now let's get Revelation 16. It just scriptures we, kind of basic we've been through. Let's skip down to 14. It said Armageddon, which in the Hebrew word means Armageddon. For the spirits of devils working miracles which go forth to the kings of the earth, and the whole world gathered them to the battle of the great day of the Most High Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth, keep his garment, lest he be walking naked. They see his shame. And he gathered them together in the Hebrew into a place called the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which is Armageddon. And this is what's going to happen because it's already prophesied, right? So, but right now, we're just hearing rumors of war. Let's go to Jeremiah 51. I think it's 36. Jeremiah 51, verse 46, Salakia. And at least your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that should be heard in the land. A rumor should both come 1 year and after another year should come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. And that's what's happening. After year, it's getting closer and closer to World War III. Draft talking all that. More missiles, more testing, and more all that. And which find this funny before camp. This lady, even before camp, and also the bug out Christian said, "You really think that's going to happen in our lifetime?" Yeah, it's going to happen in our lifetime. Let's go to Ezekiel 12 because you people don't see it happen. You think you're going to be dead and gone. Even if you were to die and pass away before World War III, Heavenly Father could just bring you back. You see what I'm saying? Through reincarnation. Now, I want to get to Ezekiel 12. Starting at 22, and just close it out because this is what a lot of people's mindset is. I should get an NLT version. I might read the KJV version. Son of man, what is this proverb that ye have the land of Israel saying the days are prolonged and every vision felleth? Because this is how people feel. They say, well, y'all been saying that since 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and it still haven't happened yet. This is people's mindset, you see what I'm saying? That's what they'll be caught in the thief of the night. That's what said, blessed for you that they have their garments, so you won't be no shame, so you won't feel ashamed when it do happen. But we have a covering. We had a covering Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Tell them, therefore, this said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I will make this proverb to cease, and there should be no more use it as a proverb of Israel, but send to them, the days are at hand, and affecting every vision. But there should be no more any vain vision, no final division of the nation of the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem shall not speak. And the word I shall speak shall come to pass. It should be no more prolonged. For in your days, rebellious house, I will say the word, and he will perform it, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Most High. Again, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, came to say, Son of man, behold, they have the house of Israel saying the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. For he prophesies of the times that are far off. Therefore said unto them, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Most High, there should none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken should be done, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I want to get an NLT version because it says something. Same thing. You get the message, but I like an NLT version. I like because it said it'll happen in your lifetime. Let's get that. Okay, so basically saying his word will not tarry, and this will come to pass. So any prophecy we saying will come to pass. World War III, Armageddon, them fighting Yahweh Shai in the sky, and all that. It's gonna come to pass. So I want to read this, Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 25 in the NLT version. For I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for it is said, it will happen. There'll be no more delays, you rebellious, you rebels of Israel. I will fulfill my threat of destruction in your own lifetime. I, the sovereign Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, has spoken. So yeah, because man, when we out there in the highways and byways, even in the video, we tell them the World War III will happen. And our people just saying, they've been saying that for a long time. They're not hearkening to the word, but as you can see, if you're really watching closely and diligently, you're like, man, joint practices, mandatory practice for World War III draft. You see America in bombing Venezuela cartels, then Mexico. It's so Russia trying to get involved. It's like Russia's trying their best, which we already know the Heavenly Father putting a spin on Putin to intervene with America. You see what I'm saying? Because technically, so-called America, which is Babylon the Great, they have intervened with Ukraine war. And now that's why it's taken Russia for a long time to destroy Ukraine and take it over because of Great Babylon supplying them. So that's like, hey man, what the fuck are y'all doing? That's their mindset. So that's why, that's gonna cause a big ruckus, man. But yeah, man, Lord willing, y'all stay prayed up and blessed in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because we're coming to those days, man. It's getting closer and closer. It's more chaos more than ever. More news outlet breaking out. And I think I see one in Mexico. I might do a video up there. Man, it's just getting insane, man. And you people who sleeping like real nice in your bed, the government back up, snap his back. Don't get too comfortable, man. I'm telling y'all. Stay watch, man. Stay vigilant and sober, man. But Lord willing, if I let you edifying, you got something from me, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. And I want to give all glory praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakar Kodash,